What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday. And you guys know what goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a favor and make sure that you are hitting the share button and letting all my one sexy wife know that wife chat is going down here on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure that you're hitting the share button and letting all my one sexy wife know that wife chat is going down here on Facebook. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for hitting the share button. And again, it is Tuesday. And you guys know I love me some Tuesday because I get a chance to come hang out with you guys and literally help wives from around the world with the questions or the problems or whatever they write into me. To again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so tonight we're going to really talk about the unorganized and overwhelmed wife. And I can attest to that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're hitting the share button because, again, with what all we have going on right now in our society, I can tell you that I have been overwhelmed, not disorganized so much, but overwhelmed. So again, thank you so much for hitting the share button. I got to play my little promo and I'll be right back. I just love that my son did that for me. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. And make sure that you put your comments down below. And so tonight, this chat comes from an amazing woman all the way in Lafayette, Louisiana. And I had the pleasure of speaking with her actually yesterday. And she's just like, Gail, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm so disorganized, and school is about to hit. And I mean, I just don't even know what to do, how to get started, or whatever. And again, you guys know I have older children. We just celebrated Joshua's birthday on the 8th, and then today my mother's birthday is today, and I just send love and blessings to her up in heaven because I know she's watching over me. And so she would have been 73 today, and so I miss her so much. And so I asked God to tell her. I said I love her and tell her that I said happy birthday. As you guys know, I am back to my crochet braids because me and my hair just was not getting along. It just, it just was flat. And I thought I was going to like that style because I'm letting my hair grow because, I'm usually a short hair girl. But I decided to go back to crochets because me doing just flat iron every day, I just couldn't get with it. So hopefully, you guys like that. Yeah, it's me. I'm back with my crochets. So I'm going to let the relaxer kind of swallow for maybe a couple of months, and then I probably will go back to my short haircut because I am just a short haircut girl. But I don't know what I want to do with myself. But anyway, so I just want to talk to you guys about the unorganized, overwhelmed wife. And I appreciate you guys getting on. Make sure that you're hitting the share button because I know for a fact there are so many wives that need to hear this. You guys, thank you so much for getting on. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I appreciate you. And I've been where this young lady is, and she has two small kids under the age of 10, and she was just overwhelmed. And like I told her, I said, listen, you're not the only one with COVID and them trying to figure out who's going back to school live and who's going virtually or whatever. And you guys know that I had the pleasure of adopting my two nieces going on 3 years now. Can you guys believe it? And so they're going to be going to school online because here in Maryland, they have decided that they're going to start the first semester online. But again, it's been a while since I've been out of school. So their math and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, this is like, I know how to give you the answers, but it's not the answers the way that they teach you to get the answers. So I don't want to confuse you. And it just became this whole thing when they came, on lockdown, and then they get bored because they, just sitting at home. It's not a change of environment. So it just becomes overwhelming. And I found myself, thank God that I still have Joshua in the house, because, he was in the same kind of school system, how they taught math. When we was in school, we had to write, a math problem all the way out, you know. Here they got some kind of formula where they come up with something magic and get the answer, and it's not, it's the same answer, but it's just weird to me. And so I was stressed out about that. And so I could just see how this woman is just overwhelmed, because she, she's a career woman. She has 2 kids under the age of 10. And she was just like, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to start off this school year with all of this going on. And so when you have all of this going on and you take it on, you can literally make yourself sick. Because I have literally made myself sick trying to balance so many different things, where I start getting headaches. I start, getting upset stomachs and all this kind of stuff, right? And because I know what it looks like to have so much on my plate, because we as women put so many things on our plate. Like literally, we think we are literally Superwoman, right? Or Wonder Woman, or any of them other women cartoons, and we're not, right? And so when I was so overwhelmed, I became so bitter and so nasty to deal with, because I felt like Gail was not stepping up to the plate and taking some of the stuff off my plate. But when reality set in and he had this conversation, he's like, listen, I'm supporting you as much as I can support you, but I have other, these responsibilities as well. And there has to be a balance. And when he made me realize, gee, you keep saying stuff, saying yes to so many things, and then you want me to pay for you saying yes. And that was a reality check for me. Did I like it? Absolutely not. But I was like, you're right. I keep saying yes to all of these things that have nothing to do with you, because I keep thinking I can balance all of this stuff. And so I just became mean and bitter. And then I became, resistant to change, and people, him saying these things to me. And so I had to realize that my kids couldn't be in all the activities that they wanted to be in. I couldn't go and do all the things that I wanted to do after work. I couldn't take on all the clients that I wanted to take on, because I felt that everybody needed me that day. I want my house kept a certain way, right? And then I wasn't asking for help. And when I was asking for help, I felt that nobody could clean it or do it the way I wanted it done, right? Instead of just saying, okay, let me show you how I want it done, and then work from there. I felt like I needed to do it all. It was just out of control. And then I was looking around, like, all these grown people here. Joshua, is a teenager, and then, Gail's grown, and the girls could do the, and I just was like out of control when they first got here. It was just like, and I was just mean and nasty. And nobody wanted to be around me. Nobody wanted to interact with me. And then I'm like, but nobody gives me help. But I said yes to all of these things. And I don't know if that's your story, but I know that was my story. So I had to get myself together, and I had to realize that the word no is a complete sentence. And I also had to empower the people that lived in my house that I was getting mean and nasty with to do some things. And again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. I appreciate you. But I had to figure it out. I had to say, you know what? I cannot do all of this by myself and be the best me I can be. So I start empowering other people. The people that I was being mean and nasty to, I start empowering them. Hey, this is your day to clean the kitchen. Hey, this is your day to clean the living room. Hey, this is your day to do laundry. Hey, this is your day, or whatever it was, I start putting off my plate. And I start saying, if you don't have clean clothes, that's on you. I'm not cooking in a nasty kitchen. So if you want me to cook, which I don't mind doing, I love to do it, but you're going to have to help me to help you, right? And so wherever you are in this whole thing, the list of things that I have given you, there is a way for you to not be overwhelmed and feel unorganized and feel like you're the only one in it, right? Okay, Gail, my husband's just not going to do it. My kids are too young, right? Again, you have the ability to say no. You do. And so I'm going to give you some tools and strategies to really start looking at how you can organize your life to the simplest thing and really get on a path where you're not just feeling like you are just losing it. And you don't have to become bitter at doing this. Because again, we as women think that we can juggle any and everything. I trust it and believe me, I know that we feel that way. The first thing is just sit back and take a deep breath. Sit back and take a deep breath. And you're like, Gail, what does that have to do with me getting organized? Sometimes we have worked ourselves up so much that we forget to breathe. We literally forget to breathe. So take a deep breath and realize that you can control your life. You have control over your life. People only do, say, and treat you how you allow them to do it. And remember, no is a complete sentence. So with all my children that live in my household, if you can't get what you need to get done in order for me to do what you need me to do, the answer is no. Can we do so and so, so and so? Is your laundry done? No, well then the answer is no. That's one thing off my list. We're so hungry. Is my kitchen floor swept? No. Well then I can't cook because see, I can go get myself something to eat. You got to change how you react to things. So take a deep breath. The second thing is get up and get moving. Because whenever you begin to move your body, whether it's exercising, dancing, whatever you can do on a consistent basis, that releases happy endorphins in the brain. So it takes your stress from a 10 all the way down. And I know you're like, what does that have to do with it? I'm telling you, it does work. So when I am on a 10 and everybody's getting on my nerves, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I just go for a walk now. Even though my hip is off the chain, I just go for a walk. So I won't add the food in my house. I just leave, go for a walk, come back, take me a shower. I take some time to breathe, and then I regroup. Get moving. When they acting crazy, the kids acting crazy, ain't nothing going on, turn on some music, start dancing. What you doing, mommy? I'm dancing. I'm dancing to keep from killing y'all. I'm dancing. Whatever that is for you, start moving your body because it will take you off a 10 and bring you down. The third thing is drink some water. You like, what does water have to do with me? Sometimes, and this is true, and this is the reason why I wrote the book, A Tall Glass of Water. Because I used to be so stressed out and so overwhelmed that I went to see my doctor. And I was like, I just always feel like I'm on the edge. I feel like I'm just always just like running behind. I feel like, I just can't ever catch up. And he said, it's because you suffer from dehydration. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, you keep putting all this stuff on your plate, but you need to drink some water. And I'm like, what? He's like, you need to drink some water. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because dehydration can trigger emotions, unhappy emotions if your body's dehydrated. Look it up. It's true. And that's what made me write that book, A Tall Glass of Water, hydrating the dry places in your life when it comes to relationships and all kind of different things. And so therefore, I drink water right here. Start drinking some water. And literally, it will change your emotions. Because it is life. Water is life. Without water, there is no life. So just think about that. The other thing is take account of all the things that you're grateful for. We should just be grateful that we're alive. Because let me just tell you, I have had 3 people in my life that have been close to me that have lost their life with COVID. 3 people that were close to me that's lost their life since March. And we take so many things for granted. And we're so overwhelmed by things. That's why I started this off by saying, take the time to breathe, because you are able to do that. There are some people that are fighting in the hospital right now that can't even take their own breath. My husband deals with those type of people every single day. And so when we look around and we see all the stuff that we have created, like our houses, our cars, our mortgages, our, all that stuff, it really doesn't matter in the big scheme of things that what is going on in other people's lives. It really doesn't matter. So really take account, what are you grateful for? Because being grateful will change the way you look at everything else that's going on around in your life, and say, you know what, God, I thank you for waking me up, for giving me one more time and one more shot to get this right. Number 5, clear out your to-do list, especially when you're overwhelmed. Just clear it out. What do I mean by that, Gail? Just don't get it done? No. Sometimes when we make a list that's so long that it's unrealistic to get it done in 24 hours. It's just unrealistic. Pick your top 5, and once you do those 5, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I know for me, I used to have open hours. I used to work from 9 to like 9, because 9 o'clock I'm sleepy, right? I used to work from 9 to 9 because I had people that was, working, and they wanted my, services or all this kind of stuff. But I realized I was doing myself a disservice, and I was doing them a disservice. Because if I had 10 people during the day, right? And I'm a feeler, so I take on a lot of what people's pains are, especially when it comes to their marriage, because I want to see them win, all that kind of stuff. But I quit doing that. And I said, if you can't talk to me between 9 and 5, I'm sorry, I'm not the person for you. Because I believe that people make a way to get the information or get the help that they want. I will say that again. People make a way to get the help or the information that they want. And so for me, I quit working on the weekends like that. I quit staying up all night trying to counsel people and get that. I just stopped it. And I will tell you that when I started setting boundaries for myself, and I started setting boundaries for my children, boundaries for my marriage, and boundaries for my clients, my whole entire life changed. I was a better person. I'm able to show up better for my clients. The only time I work after 5 o'clock is with my coaching clients that are in my coaching groups. Other than that, if you are just a person that wants to talk to me, people make it on their lunch hour, they figure it out. And I'm grateful for that, because I was not the best person, because I was half sleepy, tired, and overworked, and under, just crazy, trying to do too much, saying yes to too much. So this young lady in Louisiana, I understand where you are, but I also understand that you can set boundaries for your children. I don't care how old they are. You can set boundaries for them. You can set boundaries for yourself, and you can only do what you can do in 24 hours like everybody else. Number 6, write down what you have accomplished, because we focus on so much of what we don't accomplish in a day. But write down the positives. What did you accomplish today? Even if it's one thing, congratulate yourself on that. Stop always focusing in on the negative. Focus in on the positive sometimes. We don't sit down and say, oh my God, this is what I accomplished today. We always go, oh my God, I didn't do this, I didn't get this done, I didn't get this done, and I didn't get this done. God willing, you will have another 24 hours. And that's why I say shorten your list, clear it out, because you will accomplish more by saying, I'm going to get these 4 things done today than trying to do 20, because it's unrealistic and you set yourself up to fail. And number 7, this is something that is so valuable, is really learn to schedule some time for yourself. Even if it's only 30 minutes. Schedule some time for yourself. Because we don't treat ourselves well anymore, women. We really don't. Especially feeling locked in the house, and especially feeling like we can't go anywhere, and especially all of these things. That's why I started Evening Tea with Gail, and I hang out with my girlfriends at least once a month on here, because we usually get together once a month to hang out and, to laugh and kiki it up. But since, we are social distancing and everybody is busy and everybody's overwhelmed, as you guys can, if you watched it on Thursday, they really talked about they haven't been doing self-care, right? And so, after we got off of that, we talked about how to get back to self-care, because it's really important. Because when you run yourself down, you don't realize it affects everybody else in the family. Yes, your husband is the head, but you're the neck and you keep everything turning. I'll say that again. Your husband is the head, but you are the neck and you keep everything turning. And if you notice, when you're down, everything falls apart. Everything. Because we set the temperature in our household. So what temperature are you setting in your household? Chaotic, unorganized, overwhelmed? Or everybody is a part of this team and everybody has to play their part? So for me, I have decided that everybody needs to play their part in order for me to perform and be the best person that I can for everybody. Because everybody comes to me. They hardly ever bother Gail. I haven't figured out why. But everybody comes to me. What we gonna eat? We don't have this. We need soap. We need deodorant. They will bypass him to come find me. And I'm like, did y'all see? They're like, yeah, but he was watching TV, but I'm working. I'm sure I'm not the only person that experiences that. So I say to you, if you're overworked, unappreciated, disorganized, whatever, start today. Start today by taking a deep breath, drinking you some water, getting your body moving, and stop making all of these long to-do lists. Get everybody on the team. If they're not cleaning the way you want them to clean, if they're not doing the laundry the way you, teach them how to do it, and ask for help. Ask for help. Ask for help. Because I'm telling you, you can get all of that under control and not be overwhelmed and mean and nasty and bitter and all of those different kind of things, because that makes you very hard to live with. So again, I appreciate you guys for getting on here. Let me put on my readers because I'm tired. And can you hear me? Oh, hello, hello. I understand. I can't understand. Hey, your dad is listening too. Okay, Mama Pam. Good evening. It looks nice. Thank you very much, Rebecca, for saying my hair looks nice. Cindy, you love. Thank you. Hey, Jarita, how are you, love? Good evening, Monique. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kiana. Kiana, you know I love you, Kiana. Kiana, she's such a cutie. But thank you guys so much for getting on here. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. And again, I love you guys to pieces. Please keep the questions coming. And also, if you or need some more support on how to balance and get organized, I have a free download on my website. It's totally free. It's called Balance Your Life, and it's on the homepage. All you have to do is go to gailcrowder.com. Lisa, put that in there for me, please. Put that in there for me, Lisa. gailcrowder.com. And Hey, Barbara, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me. But make sure that you go, and it's a free ebook. And I really talk about a lot of this stuff that I gave you, plus a lot more on really how to set schedules and all this kind of stuff and balance your life, because you only get one shot at this. And this ain't something that you can, this ain't no dress rehearsal. You only get one shot at this. And being overwhelmed and feeling unappreciated in your home is not the will of God for you. And so again, I will see you guys soon. I'm going to put this out here, and I've been praying and asking my team and really working on this. I have quite a few women registered for my conference, my BSB conference in 2021. And so I would like for you guys to sound off, because I'm really struggling, because all the women that are already registered are like, we want to do it live, Gail. We want to do it live. But I'm like, okay, God, I don't want to. If y'all been to BSB, y'all know it's very interactive, and we have an amazing time. And I can't predict what is going to be happening with COVID and stuff like that. And so I've been asking God, should I take it online and let it be very, very interactive online, or should I continue down with the prayer of making sure that we do it live? So I would really love to hear from you guys, and for you people who are on my email list, I'm gonna send out a survey to find out what you guys really want, because I really need to plan. Like I said, I have quite a few women already registered for 2021, and usually, we sell out. And so if y'all want this to become online, and when I say online, I'm talking about interactive online. I ain't just talking about y'all just sitting on the Zoom and I'm talking to you like I'm talking here. I'm talking about like fun online. Y'all get y'all goodie bags and everything else that you would get at the live conference, live kind of thing. And so I'm trying to figure that out. But anyway, if you guys have any great platforms, live event platforms y'all can share with me, I'm open to that. Any ideas, I'm open to that. And if you guys is like, Gail, hey, I'm gonna rock with you, and we'll just cover up and do live, y'all let me know. I really need to hear that from you guys, and I appreciate you giving your feedback. And then also, I'm going to be holding Wife Masterclass starting in October. So I'm super excited about that. So you'll start seeing stuff about that. But make sure you go to my website and download Balance Your Life. If you need to talk to me, just go to my website. At the very top, it says I just need, a free discovery call. Hit that. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I really want to help you, because I have been so blessed in this space. And again, I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing night. I will see you on Thursday on my YouTube channel at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, where I will go in live and talk about some juicy stuff. Again, I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing night.